Okay, so this is a 20-year Agile reflection event. And as you said a minute ago, it is coming up for 20 years since Snowbird, in which 17 middle-aged gentlemen got together and wrote the Agile Manifesto. It wasn't intended to just be all men. There was some women on the invite list, but it's just 17 men that happened to turn up on the two-day
It
event.
was Valentine's Day. Of course,
Yeah,
they
and it was
weren't.
Valentine's Day, which wasn't the best plan, but still, it's coming up. And this came to mind because 10 years ago, I was lucky enough to be involved in a 10-year event. I knew there was various others, but it just came to mind that, hey, it's coming up for 20 years. A lot has changed in the last 10 and even 20 years. So let's maybe have a reflection and see what we've learned, what might work, what might not work, and come together as a community to try and think about directions for the future. And the idea is to be as inclusive as we possibly can, and this is a global event. So it's really about inclusion, bringing everybody together as much as we possibly can to create that safe space and a global series of events, because being different time zones, they can't all happen at the same time. So this is about being inclusive and trying to get diversity of thought together. This is a document, the link's in there, and Scott sent out the link in the chat. This is an evolving document about what we're thinking at the moment to uncover more better ways, reference the original manifesto, and to just keep on exploring and to invite collaboration. And this is where we think it could go. We're not being too deterministic here about, it's just about inspecting and adapting, trying to reach out as much as possible to the community. Not everybody goes to meetups, look at what's worked in the past, and try and see if we can set some new directions, and just celebrating what we like, to inspire people and perhaps create an agenda. But we don't have too much of a fixed agenda. We want to be open, inclusive, and try to build a stronger community going forward, such that Agile could potentially, carry on being even more successful in the future. So I'll hand over to Scott for the remainder of the demo.
Yeah, so we're looking for participation from all countries, and we're also trying to, find different ways of talking. So open space is something that we're quite interested in a way of like free form. I had a chat with Harrison Owen, who's like meeting Jimmy Carter. He's amazing, and he really kind of inspired a couple of things. There's a couple of questions about who we are and where we're going that open space would really lend it to. But we'd also like to have local events involved. So any, again, local events, community practices and things, running their own events and then feeding in through some kind of API into the center. And also a series of kind of keynotes and talks. And when I was talking to Scott Ambler yesterday, we came up with the idea of maybe we limit them to 5 or 10 minutes. So instead of like hearing from a few old people about what happened in Snowbird, we get 1,000 keynotes. So what does Agile mean? 1,000 people, get a YouTube channel, 1,000 videos, 1,000 stories from Africa, stories from the Middle East, stories from South America. It's going to be so exciting. We've also been talking to Dave Snowden about using sense data to do a research survey and again capture lots of stories and arguments and fighting. And he's got some reconciliation techniques he used with in Colombia with the FARC. I think that might be quite useful in the Agile community. And also have a party. So when I was talking to Alistair Cockburn, we need to have some kind of celebration as well and some kind of fun bit. This can't all just be, research and doom and gloom. Here are names of people that have signed up already to help. You'll notice some Patrick's there, Craig's there. And again, in the group now, we've got about 80 people who are helping to design it. And we haven't had our first meeting yet, so it's a great time to come and join. You got the slides, you can read the names. What I really want to do is have more women, more minorities, more people from Africa. I'm actually currently going through LinkedIn on anyone who's got Agile in Africa, and Kenya and Nigeria and things are getting people. More people in South America. Again, we need to think about languages because not everyone speaks English. More developers. One developer has fed into this customer survey. More HR people, more business people, more marketing people, and definitely more academics. If anyone knows of any university that wants to own this data, because once we collect all the data, I'd like it to be owned in perpetuity, that would be great. First link there lets you do the market survey to say what you'd like to see in the event. Second link in there is if you want to be a designer. Third link in there is if you just want to be on the mailing list. That's me and Craig. It was Craig gave me the idea because he was talking about the 10th anniversary, and I said let's do the 20th. And this
And
thing
Scott's
just
done all the work.
I like talking to people. So come and join, please. Click the link. Come and join now.
Cool.